What's going on, guys? It's your boy Haiguh back with another Fortnite related video, and today I have my first tip video for Fortnite for you guys. And today we're going to be looking at the tier 100 challenges. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some tips on how I got them done, the way I finished all 7 of them. That way when you guys reach tier 100, if you haven't reached it already, you guys should have no problem going ahead and getting this done. Now enough talking, let's just go ahead and get straight into the tips and what the challenges are if you don't know. So there are 7 total challenges when you reach tier 100. With season 3 for the battle pass coming out, instead of there being 70 tiers, there's now 100. Once you reach the 100th tier and you unlock the new Reaper outfit, the John Wick, you also unlock a set of challenges called the tier 100 challenges. Like I said, there are 7 of them, and here is what they are. You must open 7 chests in one game, play at least 10 matches with 1 elimination, deal 1,000 damage to opponents in 1 match, get 1 pickaxe elimination, 5 eliminations in 1 game, place top 10 in solo 3 times, and then top 3 in squads 3 times. So just going over in order, the first challenge that we have is 7 chests in 1 game. How did I get this done? Straight up for me, what I did is I just went to Snobby Shores. They have recently made some changes to Snobby, so I don't know if it has all the chests that it used to have. I know they took away some of the loot from it, so I don't know if it's gonna have as much. But when I went to Snobby, I went there with the squad. My friends let me open the chests when they find them, and I was able to have 7 alone just in Snobby. I did open 1 more after just to make sure that I had my 7, but in Snobby alone I got all 7 chests. I'll put the clip of it now, but yeah, that wasn't really difficult. Obviously when I went there was no people there, so you want to be careful because Snobby is kind of a popular place. Like I said, I don't know with the recent changes if it'll be as popular, but that is where I went to complete the challenge. There are a lot of chests in places like Tilted Towers, but there are also a lot of people there, and so odds are you're not going to get that many chests. I would go for some place that has a lot of loot but doesn't have a lot of people, and so at the time that I completed this, Snobby was the place to go. There are a lot of places that people don't go, like Junk Junction, Haunted Hills, Flush Factory, but places like that you're only going to get like maybe 3, 4, 5 chests max, you know, 5 chests on a really good day. The places that have the most, like, you know, Retail, Greasy, Salty, Pleasant, always have a lot of people going there. So if I were you, I would try Snobby, because after you finish looting Snobby, you can then make your way to the football field or the soccer field, and then from there you can usually pick up 1 or 2 chests if you don't get all 7 in Snobby, and normally that area isn't too popular. On to the next challenge, 10 matches with at least 1 elimination. Pretty self-explanatory, not difficult. Literally you can go into a game, get a kill, and then die. It doesn't matter, that's already 1 out of 10. Super easy. By the time you get to tier 100, you should be plenty good at getting at least 1 kill a game, so that one's pretty simple. Hey guys, real quick, I forgot to touch up on the deal 1,000 damage to opponents in 1 game, and I also wanted to add on to the 7 chests in 1 game challenge. So another place that you can check for the 7 chests in 1 game is next to Flush Factory. There's a little warehouse slash factory industrial area that is normally not very popular and has a ton of loot. They did bring down the loot a little bit there as well, but that is another place that you can check if you're not getting too much luck in Snobby Shores. If you don't get luck there, just keep trying. At first I was struggling with it a lot, but after a while, you know, you learn which places to go to, which places not to, and if you get some friends with you that'll let you get the chests when they arise, then that makes the whole thing a lot easier. But as far as dealing 1,000 damage to opponents in 1 game, that's not too difficult. You can pretty much knock that out if you're going for like 5 kills in 1 game, because let's say everyone has 200 health, you know, 100 health, 100 shield, you kill 5 people, that's already 1,000 damage. Sometimes you'll get 7 kills, 8 kills, 9 kills, or sometimes you'll dink someone down to 1 health and they'll heal up, and then you'll hit them again. Don't even worry about the deal 1,000 damage to opponents. That one will literally come naturally. Not a difficult challenge at all. Just ignore that one. It should be a no-brainer. Now, in my opinion, the hardest challenge here is 1 pickaxe elimination. Well, you know, between the 7 chests in 1 game and the 1 pickaxe, those were definitely the 2 challenges that I struggled with the most difficult of the 7 in my opinion. Now for the pickaxe elimination, my best strategy, my tip is go for it either A, in the very end, or B, in the very beginning of the match. So when I got it, I'll put the clip here. I had dropped at Tilted. My friend had landed in a building, taken the gun from somebody else, and the guy was pickaxing him. I ran over because my friend was weak, and I started pickaxing him as well, and then I was able to, you know, obviously he didn't have any teammates around, he didn't have any guns, he was already weak, so I was able to just get a few hits in, boom, get the pickaxe elimination. A pickaxe elimination means you have to down them with the pickaxe, not actually like take them out once they're down. You have to put them down with it. So that's kind of difficult, especially if someone has a gun of any sort. I would recommend going into squads for it, have a few friends, and try and get it in the beginning of the game. I did it in Tilted Towers. It's kind of weird because this game is extremely luck based. Sometimes people don't have guns, sometimes people find golden scars and RPGs right off the bat. So honestly, try not to try too hard. Take the opportunity when it comes. That was my strategy. I just was like, you know what, when the opportunity comes, I'll go ahead and go for it. But if not, you know, I'm not gonna go crazy over it. Now the next challenge is 5 eliminations in one game. Now to someone who's just getting the game, someone who's just starting to play during season 3, obviously this could be a little difficult depending. Some people win solo games with only 3 kills, 2 kills, 4 kills. 5 kills is kind of a lot for some people. Personally, not for me, but for some people that is a lot, like I said. My tip for you is go to Tilted Towers. If you're not accustomed to going to Tilted, it has the most people, a lot of loot, a lot of buildings, and just the most action, so you can get a lot of kills there. It doesn't say you have to get 5 kills in a game and then win. You just have to get 5 kills. So it's the same like with the get 1 elimination in 10 games. You can get 5 elims and die and you'll be good. Now, if you go to Tilted Towers and it's an action-packed Tilted and you and your team, if you're playing with squads, if you and your team come out alive, you can usually come out with like 6, 7 kills. Sometimes even like 9 or 10, depending on how crazy it gets and how much action you get into. But with that one, if you're struggling with the 5 kills in one game, honestly, with this game, you can't really try so hard to do one thing. You kind of just gotta let it happen. Unless you're doing a really odd challenge, most of the time you just kind of gotta let it come naturally. Like with the pickaxe kill, you can't just go for it every game, you know, running around with the pickaxe. You're not gonna get it that way. I mean, you probably could, but odds are lower. Take the opportunity when it comes, don't get yourself killed, and you'll be fine. Now the last 2 challenges, I really can't give you any tips for this. This is all for you personally. It's place top 10 in solo 3 times and place top 3 in squads 3 times. Now placing top 10 in solo can be a little easier. Sometimes what I like to do when I used to have the challenges to place in the top 25 is I would wait until the very end of the bus. If you didn't know, if you don't jump off the bus in time, it kicks you out automatically. Once it kicks you off the bus, go ahead, pop your glider, and you'll float down super slow. By the time you're probably about still 3/4 of the way away from the ground, the circle will pop up. You'll be able to see where the ring is, where the storm's coming in from, and then you can place yourself nicely like in the middle somewhere where not a lot of people will be, and then at the same time you won't have to move too much. So for example, I think I have the clip. I'm not too sure. If I do, I'll put it here. But when I did it, I had landed in the cargo shipment place. There's like a little cargo shipment place not too far by Whaling and Tomato Town, I believe it's over there. I dropped there, went into one of the cargo crates, and literally just sat there. Did not move a muscle until it went down. By the time you land, it's already at 60 people because you take so long. So boom, that's a head start. And then I found a gun and literally just sat in one of the crates. People were running by me, fighting, and they just didn't see me, and I did not move. Once it hit 9 people, or like, you know, 8 other people left besides me, I was like, boom, action, I can go die, doesn't matter, let's go. I didn't win the game, I wanted to. But another way I did that was I had the same strategy. I landed really late. I went into a bush in Wailing Woods and just kind of stood up, walked over, crouched, stood up, walked over, crouched, all the way to like Anarchy Acres, and then past that towards like the motel and stuff like that, and that's where the game ended. I died to the last person, but I didn't have any loot or anything like that. I was just a bush walking around the whole time. But that's pretty much it for tips as doing it solo. In squads, find some friends you like to play with, play the game. Some games you're gonna run into people like Ninja, Myth, and Mercs who are super good at the game, and sometimes you're gonna run into people who are playing blindfolded or letting their 4-year-old nephew play or 7-year-old cousin play, and then you can just, you know, get easy wins like that. Top 3 in squads isn't as difficult as it sounds. As in squads, the last place you can come in is 25th. There's only 25 teams of 4, if that's the case, if there are all teams of 4, but yeah, there's not as many places, so don't get intimidated by top 3. Now, if you're struggling with any 1, 2, or 3 of the challenges, don't worry about it. The reward you get from these challenges is the high octane glider. It's pretty sick. They updated it, so now when you open it, it makes a car, like a car engine starting noise when you open it, and it has little blinkers like a car when you move left and move right. Before, when I first got it, it didn't make any noise, which I preferred because now it's super loud. But it does look really cool. It's all black and it has tail lights as well. But as I was saying, you only need 4 of the 7 challenges completed to actually get the reward. So if you're struggling with getting 7 chests in one game and you don't really care about finishing all 7, don't do that one. If you're struggling to get a pickaxe kill, don't do that one. If you're struggling to get top 10 in solo, just don't do it. If you don't want to complete all 7, or if you can't complete all 7, pick your poison. Just complete 4 of them, boom, you got it, and you get your glider. Now, obviously, when you're tier 100, you're not going to get bonus stars for your tiers for those challenges. You get 1,000 XP per challenge. So if you don't really care about the XP, like I said, just complete 4 of them. But if you want the XP, I would say go ahead and complete all 7. That's 7,000 XP. That's a huge chunk of XP as opposed to the weekly challenges that give you 4,000 XP for completing. So yeah, that's pretty much it for tips with the tier 100 challenges. They're kind of difficult, but not too ridiculous in my opinion. I don't know, this game is just extremely situational. Like I said, it just depends on a lot of things. But anyways, let me know if you guys enjoyed. Hopefully the tips I gave in this video help you out. If they did, please leave a like on the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to share the video with your friends, because you already know if you're getting them into Fortnite, they're gonna grind these tiers out with this new season. Everyone wants the John Wick Reaper skin, and when you get there, you have some serious challenges awaiting you. Comment if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for me, or if there's any questions that I did not answer in this video, feel free to drop them down. I will do my best to answer them in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already for more Fortnite content just like this. Hope you guys are having a good day, or have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.